Yo, that's all right. Hop on in. Sup? All right, kiddos, we're running just a second or two behind, but give us a second or two and we'll be on target. Yeah, questionable college football play. You can't get any more questionable than that. Horseshit, baloney, cockamamie, blah, blah, blah. The Tennessee game. The ending was absolute horseshit. They went in overtime. They went for it on fourth down. The the runner was still moving and reached his hand over for the touchdown, but they basically said in the fraction of a second between him moving his arm to go over the goal line, forward progress has stopped. Therefore, it's unreviewable. Turnover on downs. Purdue gets the ball. Purdue kicks the field goal. Game over. And you've muted yourself. Or your cord has dropped out or something.
You're on. That's odd. Settings? Nope, wrong settings. Settings? Microphone? Testing. Can you still not hear me?
No, this is not for you, Arlo. It's for me.
It's
to calm my nerves.
Okay. Can you still not hear me?
Well, that's weird.
Yo.
Zelius, talk. Oh, wait. Try now.
Yo. Hold on, let me check my settings.
Okay, hold on. All right, try now.
Yo.
There we go. I don't know. My computer just muted and went to minimum volume.
That's odd. Because I was like, I didn't actually do anything. I don't know. I muted it.
No, it was my fault this time.
That's odd.
All right, Zelius, I need you to talk for just a second here so I can make sure that I've got the right volume.
Here is the volume check of Mr. Charlie.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh, there's a small human.
We have an interloper. Ah! All right,
I hear screaming. Oh! Who are you?
Just say,
are you a real person?
Hi to Doovie.
Hi, Dewey.
Hi!
Say, what's up, Zelius?
What's up, Julius?
You know, living the dream here. That's what we do.
It's my show, Finny. It's
We
the
make
night.
dreams come true.
What are you doing here?
Finn, it's the show.
How are you doing?
Finn, go
What
upstairs.
are you doing? What are you doing?
Finn, we're doing our show. Go, son.
Okay,
Finn Royal. Go upstairs. Love you, okay?
What are you doing, sir? I do not understand.
All right, give me a large hug, and then we'll go, okay? All right, go. Go. I squeezed him too tight. My bad.
Did you figure out what you're doing?
What now?
Did you figure out what you're doing? He seemed quite curious as to what you were doing.
I think everybody is shocked that today is Thursday. I think that's the problem. Everyone's been thrown off.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're telling the truth yet. I think you might be lying and you're trying to get in like an extra show this weekend.
No, my wife actually turned to me and goes, "Are you doing the show with him tonight or not?" And I was like,
I guess.
"Today is Thursday, isn't it?"
Yeah, you know. Dreams do come true.
Eureka.
Thursday night dreams.
Yep. All right, here we go. Whew. This is going to be a super cold cup, so this should be
There you
interesting.
Super cold cup. Can you handle the heat?
We're going to find out.
Cheers.
Cheers. May I just point something out real quick, and then we'll get into the show?
It's really rainy. I need to close my door. I'm listening now.
All right. Well, give me 1 sec. I had 2 surprise gifts or extra gifts from my father. Myself and my brother-in-law Joel both got these surprising 2 gifts from my father. Zelius, can you see the screen?
I can see your face.
Do you see it now?
Whoa, very nice, yo. Some Elijah Craig and some Woodford Reserve.
And we're talking the biggest bottles you can get.
I am drinking.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you are currently in the audience, please have no fear. You can use those wonderful fingers that you have and add your voice to the chat room, be it on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Twitch. And Zelius has the whiskey in a bottle.
I'm drinking whiskey in a bottle.
In a jar, I mean. Sorry, in a jar.
In a jar, made from America Classic Moonshine.
What kind of wood chips?
Yes. The ones made of wood.
Is it like hickory or?
Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's got what?
White oak chips.
All right, they work.
And it comes from the trees of a farm in the southern tip of New Jersey.
All right.
And then they are brought to South Carolina where they are toasted and then hand packaged.
Ew, COVID! Gets killed by the alcohol in there. But
Exactly. That's what,
right.
that's what the moonshine's for, is to kill the COVID.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to truly fly by the seat of our pants, so hold on tightly. And truly, if you have any comments or questions or whatever, add to the chat room by just utilizing your viewing system of pleasure, which is on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube.
Well, sir, that is why I'm not wearing pants tonight.
So you can't fly?
I fly by these sandals on my feet.
Okay. Are we doing a Hermes thing now?
Am I fast enough for that? I don't know.
Oh, that's open for debate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump in the show, and then we'll see how this show is going to go. How about that? All right.
Indeed.
Without further ado, let me hit the record button here. And then we're going to mute Zelius real quick. Sorry, Zelius. And we'll start the show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
How goes it you on this oddly stormy late December day?
I survive, sir. I do indeed survive.
That is good, because I always, every week, I'm going to see you, and it's going to be a zombie version of the Ultra Confusion show.
Well, potentially, you never know until you actually get in the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, I, of course, am your host, Charlie, and I'm joined once again by the prolific comer himself, Zelius.
It is good to see you on this fateful night.
Indeed. As Zelius and I were discussing prior to the show, because of the wonderful craziness that is the holidays, we actually didn't take into effect what day of the week it was. So,
Surprise!
Thursday. This, of course, is the Thursday Night Hangout. This is a show for you where we try our best to cover the topics most important to you during the show. If you haven't submitted your topic, your question, or your thoughts, whatever it is that you would like to add to the show, please have no fear. You can drop it into the chat and we will add it to the show. Now, of course, if it's a topic or a question, we'll try to add it to what we're trying to do through the show. If we run out of time, we, of course, will add it to the very next show, which will be in 2022, which is just crazy that we are that close now.
Can I make a very weird observation? Totally off topic.
Yes.
I just noticed. So when you post, like, the stream is going live on Twitch on the Discord page,
Mhm.
all of the promo screenshots are of the most recent screen cap. Meaning, like, if you scroll up, every single show looks like it's the exact same intro for every show. It's kind of creepy.
Stream is going dead. Oh. See, I can never say your name. The commenter who's just said stream is going dead. Stream. I hope it's not going dead. Let me.
Ikikio?
Yeah, I'll always forever. You shall be known as Nudge to us.
I think maybe you're going dead, and it's just a side effect of the holidays and how they're affecting you.
Ikikil is Ikikil, but Ikikil Nudge is
Yeah,
fine.
I remember
Thank
like
you.
Ezekiel also, not Ikikio.
It's Ikikil. Ezekiel. I don't think it was ever Ezekiel. Anyways, so ladies and gentlemen, this of course
In my
is
mind, it was
the
Ezekiel, and that's all that matters.
this is the end of the 2021 season for Ultra Confusion, which means that we technically did, I think, we have 54 weeks in a year, so we are
52?
52, whatever. I always say 54. I don't know why.
Where did you go to school, dude? Like, I'm worried.
Shut
now.
up, man. I celebrated the holidays by myself. Oh no!
I celebrated with my
And
cat.
myself murdered a lot of booze. Well, let me
Well,
let me
we
show
can drink
you
to that.
that you're not
We're
alone. Okay.
We're murdering our booze.
Well, I'm
Very
not.
happy.
I'm not going to murder these tonight. But let's just say that I did have my Irish car bomb before the show. So
Why are you not murdering the good stuff with the rest of us? Are we not good enough for you, sir?
okay, that stuff is for sipping. Okay.
You can sip during. How do you think I drink? Do you ever see me like chug? I don't know.
No. But I, you know me. I've got to open up dramatically. You know, with some extra oomph, as it were.
Oh, good lord.
So just for those out there who are keeping count, out of the 52, there you go, Zelius, 52 weeks in a year, we accomplished, this will be the 40th. So that's not bad, you know?
I mean, we missed a few weeks, like sickness and just holidays and weird, crazy, random stuff. And just
Indubitably. Went to high school at H.L. Dubois.
Is that like a bourbon brand? It sounds like something you get like.
It does sound
Louisiana. There you go.
legacy whiskey. Thank you very much. All right.
Was that like a
Speaking
fundraiser at the school? Hey kids, go sell this legacy whiskey to raise money for the basketball team.
Actually, to be honest with you, the other thing that just in case I wasn't going to be gifted with that wonderful plethora of drink, I did buy myself 2 Christmas gifts, and I'll show you.
Well, I'm glad I didn't get you any bourbon. I was thinking about it. I'm like, does he need bourbon? And now
This,
you have no
this
bourbon
of
to
course,
wash you up.
is the American Spirit Whiskey,
Lord.
which I know is clear, but it's from Atlanta. I highly recommend it. It is whiskey. It is clear. The only reason why it's clear is that it wasn't aged in a barrel.
Was it aged in a glass cylinder?
No, it was in the it was just in the cask. And then of course, Teeling whiskey from Ireland, which is just delicious because it is Irish whiskey.
So how long is all that booze gonna last you, yo? Jeez, that's the good stuff
The
too.
year, probably. I hope. I don't know. All bottles were full on the 24th.
That's some pretty prodigious drinking there. Nudge.
All I'm going to say is, as long as you keep yourself under control, I can't say anything. I've got some dark shadows in my past, and Zelius was a part of at least one.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't recall any of these dark
Exactly.
moments.
You don't recall it. And that's a good thing, right? I mean, that's how you want it to be? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, this, of course, is a Thursday Night Hangout. This is where you're going to try to cover some topics. So a lot of people have already voiced some, I guess, disgruntlement, perhaps, over the fact that Tom Holland has officially said he is done as Spider-Man. Which is really weird. It's like 3 and out with Spider-Mans. Now, of course, he basically cited exactly what Tobey Maguire did. It is very like body intensive because even with CG and stunt doubles and stuff, you're still having to strike a hell of a lot of poses. And so apparently, he is calling it quits, which is really sad because to me he has been the best Spider-Man, and it also helps the fact that he is the Spider-Man that is part of the MCU. However, I have not seen the latest movie, and I've heard it's phenomenal, and I need to see it. But because of the way they did it with Doctor Strange, this opens the door for the multiverse of different Spider-Men, so it didn't have to be Tom Holland. So maybe that was part of the deal.
I definitely think it being part of the MCU in the writing definitely. I mean, Tom Holland's a good actor. We'll give him that, but I definitely think the environment was set up with and being a part of MCU and being able to take advantage of, acting with Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, being part of Doctor Strange. Not this one, but the previous movie, you had Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, who was phenomenal as Mysterio. I think that helped. Like, I like Tobey. I never saw. Was it Cleveland? Was that the second Spider-Man?
Andrew
Garfield. Cleveland, Garfield, whatever. One of those.
We're going. You're thinking American president, United States presidents. It was a president, right?
Yeah, but like I thought Tobey Maguire was good, and I think
Andrew
the
Cargo
plane was given. I thought he did a good job. Never saw Garfield. Don't really plan on it, I guess.
I don't. Well, I mean, he basically he shot himself in the foot with some of the comments he made. I don't know if it was specifically about Spider-Man, but look, if you've got a title role like a Spider-Man, like any big name from the MCU or from DCU, I guess, don't badmouth the company, okay? Yeah. That's the stupidest thing you could do.
But in a funny kind of way, though, having had both Garfield and Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans unintentionally have actually set up of any of the franchises probably the best for bringing in a new actor in terms of changing up Spider-Man, because we're kind of already used to in the Spider-Man universe of having a different actor every couple of movies. So I think for that one in particular, it's like, oh, you get a new Spider-Man actor. Okay, that's not abnormal.
No, so this actually makes me desire even more to see the second Into the Spider-Verse, because as MCU movies do, they always have that after credits scene, and even in well, I guess because we've Sony and Marvel / Disney did work out a deal to keep them in the MCU. The way that Into the Spider-Verse ended was they showed a small scene with the individual behind who's from the comics of Spider-Man 2099, which I actually really enjoyed. A lot of people, badmouthed it. But Nudge makes a very good point. Miles Morales would be an awesome grab to add into the MCU for the future, main storyline Avenger movies. However, I would be very curious as to who they would cast as Miles.
I've also heard that I have not played it, but I've heard the console game of it. It's also really good.
Yes, I've heard that as well. Now, the cool thing, and like I said, I am dying to see this movie, and I might have to pay like the extra Uber amount to get like the pre-release streaming, whatever, of this. But they did bring back Doc Ock from Tobey Maguire. They did bring back Electro-Man, I believe, from Garfield, and of course the Green Goblin from Tobey Maguire. So it was truly a melding of Spider-Man universes coming together. I just wonder how long they're going to be able to keep Benedict Cumberbatch as Strange.
Yeah, like I feel it's kind of like Tobey Maguire. I feel like in the scale of kind of who needs Marvel, Tobey Maguire is still relatively new in the acting world. It's somebody who would probably benefit from staying with it.
You don't mean Tobey Maguire, you mean Tom Holland. Tobey Maguire's old.
Wow. I meant Tom Holland. Yes. Whereas Tom Holland would benefit from staying with it, you would think, versus, you're right, though, Mr. Cumberbatch, he's already a known actor.
I mean, come on. He will always be Sherlock to me.
Well, yeah, I could see that. Don't forget, Robert Downey Jr. too was Sherlock.
True. And to be honest with you, I adored the Cumberbatch what's his name? Martin version of Sherlock and Holmes over the Jude Law Robert Downey Jr. Honestly,
I never saw the one with Cumberbatch because that was the TV series, though, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Look, the thing is that Tom Holland has, because of the success of Spider-Man, he has been able to leapfrog, and he's got a bunch of movies that are coming up.
I know Uncharted's coming out with him in it.
Okay, here's my problem with Uncharted. Uncharted should have been done years ago, and it should have been Nathan Fillion as Nathan Drake. I'm sorry, but that little fan short that he did playing as Nathan Drake, I wanted that as a full movie. That would have been amazing. Tom Holland, to me, apologies, but you do not look like Nathan Drake. You look like Nathan Drake's little brother. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. That's he still looks like a kid. And even though Tom Holland is, he was born in 96, so whatever that makes him, 25? Yeah, 25.
Good Lord, he is young. Jeez.
Yeah, Nathan Drake is like in his late 30s, 40s. Okay, it makes more sense. In the Nathan Drake movie, you do have Mark Wahlberg in there. Mark Wahlberg makes more sense as Nathan Drake than Tom Holland. Okay. Because it's not an origin story. As far as I know, it's not an origin story. If it was an origin story, maybe. Like the Tomb Raiders that had oh my gosh, who's that girl? Damn it.
I don't know who the new one. I've seen it. It was actually good. I don't know her name.
Alicia Vikander. Because it was an origin of like when Lara Croft got started. Phenomenal. Also, I loved when they did the whole new reboot of the games. I found those amazing as well. So
they were good, no doubt.
They were amazing. They were amazing. And to be honest with you, every single Uncharted has been like being part of a movie. I'm just sorry, Tom Holland does not scream Nathan Drake to me. It doesn't. It won't. I mean, maybe if I watch the movie, I'll change my mind, but it's going to take a little bit of coercing for me to be able to even watch the movie because I know we've said this many times, and Zelius will reinforce this. I am a purist, okay? Mm-hmm. In my mind, I see what should and should not be, in my opinion. As a huge fan of Uncharted, he's not Nathan Drake. I have
Yeah, no,
I have problems with
definitely-
the Harry Potter movies, but they've kind of decreased over time. But the one franchise that has not decreased over time is the Michael Bay Transformers, which I still want to punch him in the face multiple times.
Well, I don't know what I actually saw when I watched it, so I'm not sure what to punch him over. I just saw a bunch of like shapes and objects randomly changing shape.
Look, it's a couple robots with a bunch of, for some reason, we have to put the American military in there fighting a couple of other robots, and I don't fucking know. Boom, explosions. You want, okay, if you're looking for bang bang explosions, big boom, big boom, big boom, some random dialogue in there, there you go, Michael Bay. Boom. That's it every day. But don't put something that I grew up with, like Transformers. Actually, it's kind of funny. I kind of feel like it's not as bad as putting you Bowl to a video game movie, however, or to something that I find sacred. But at the same time, Michael Bay, I understand. You like big explosions. You like lots of action that sometimes it makes no sense. But please stay away from the shit that I like. Please.
Now, if you like cool explosions, you should watch the YouTube link I sent for the phenomenal video of cool guys do not look at explosions.
What was I think there was a movie where they made fun of that going, "Oh, that's why you don't look back." Like he got blinded or something. He looked
Probably.
back and he's just like, "I can't see anything. I see spots."
Probably exists somewhere.
Anyway, so Tom Holland is out. 3 movies and he's out. I don't truly know how I feel about that because he was the best Spider-Man. Zelius, you don't have Disney Plus, do you?
I do not. This is
All right,
correct.
ladies and gentlemen in the crowd, do you have Disney Plus? If so, have you watched any of the Hawkeye? Because I am torn. I am fucking torn on
On if
Hawkeye
you
right
like
now.
it or not?
Hmm?
On if you like it or not?
Yeah.
Oh.
I will, look, without spoiling too much, I will tell you this is the Hawkeye after Infinity Wars. Like, the character, Hawkeye.
That makes sense. I
So
don't
he
think that's
looks-
a spoiler much.
Huh?
I don't think that's really a spoiler to say that.
He looks old, and he is dealing with some fucking demons.
Mm.
But the interesting thing, and this is not okay. There's a little bit of spoiler, but not totally. They do go into, you know how when Thanos went and
Yes.
half the world disappeared, and he basically went,
Are you sure about that? That happened?
yeah, and you know he went like kind of cuckoo and donned a new persona,
Yeah.
and started
Yep.
killing everybody as Ronin. That plays into this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
I mean, it sounds like that'd be cool at least.
It is because it kind of gives you more background detail. It fleshes out that whole story arc without actually focusing on it. It's flashbacks.
So here's what I'm curious of
Yes, sir.
is as the Disney Plus shows continue,
Mhm.
Are they going to end up? It's kind of tricky because you already have movies like the Avengers that kind of already do this.
Right.
But are they going to do anything like what the DC multiverse did, where they had the big time crossover episodes, where like each of the different shows had like a crossover from the characters of the different shows, as kind of the
Yes.
really
Yes.
are they
With-
doing that? Have you already said that?
Without saying much, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good
With,
enough.
with
Yeah.
Hawkeye, yes.
So like getting Disney Plus, my goal for Disney Plus is basically next Christmas, because by then you'll have season 2 of most shows
Mhm.
by next Christmas.
That's
So
true.
that way, by next Christmas we'll be watching all the shows for the 2 seasons.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, look, the thing is, by next Christmas, you should have a very well-rounded selection of MCU shows, as well as Star Wars stuff. I mean, I've heard, I have not I have not watched The Mandalorian, but of course, people just like ooze over that
Wait,
stuff.
you have Disney Plus and you haven't watched Mandalorian?
Look, I've been watching other stuff where I've been stuck in FTL world, or as of late, I've been playing a lot of a game called Griffland.
Okay. Speaking of shows,
Yeah.
have you all watched Don't Look Up yet?
No, but it is.
Ah.
I want to so bad. We just have to find some time. My wife and I are going to make time to watch Don't Look Up because the previews alone of Leonardo DiCaprio has sold me on I have to watch this.
I
However,
haven't seen
also,
anything, but yes, watch it.
well, I need to. So there's two movies that I need to watch. There's that one, Don't Look Up, and then of course the Black Widow movie. I know that a lot of people have panned it, but at the same time, it does play into Hawkeye. I guess spoiler, maybe, I don't know, but still,
Eh.
you need to watch it to get some more context
I
behind
mean, it kind of
something
makes
that
sense
happens
because
in one of the.
Hawkeye and Black Widow are so tight in movies.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh God, and that plays a lot into the Hawkeye TV show.
I mean, they're
Believe
kind of
me.
the same person, just different genders in a way.
Yeah. So
Well, so it's interesting because in the comics, though, Black Widow was verified to basically have the Russian version of the super serum.
yeah.
Versus that did not happen, like in the movies, was explicitly stated. Now, I've not seen the Black Widow show, but in the movies was explicitly stated that she's just a normal, just super assassin without having enhanced powers.
Okay.
But
One little
out-
caveat: Black Widow is not actually a single person.
Hmm.
So just put that into, perspective.
Interesting. Fair enough.
All right.
Kind of like 007.
Yes, but okay. Once again, 007 is just a title.
That's what I
Anyone,
mean. Yeah,
anyone
that's
can
what-
play 007. Okay.
I could have been 007 for all of you know.
Sorry, Zelius, but that is a stretch.
This is my cover story right here of being 007.
Have you? Okay. Speaking of which, have you seen the new Apple commercial about the cinematic lenses on the new Apple iPhone, where they're talking about the different focus? It is fucking hilarious.
Maybe.
You if you haven't, you need. I'll try to find the link, but it has to do with I'll just find you a link in a little bit. But it is fucking for me. As a person who loves movies, and it makes fun of like the focus.
Okay.
Oh shit! I was gonna say something now. Thanks, Zelius. You derailed me. If anyone's wondering, the hat I am wearing is for the Norse. Yes, the Norse Pantheon Force Smite. This is what I got from the Smite World Championship.
Oh wow!
God, I don't know. It was the second to last. Was it the? It might have been. Yeah, it was the second to last time I went to the Smite World Championship. Before it tried to couple with that other
That
convention.
would have been around
decouple with-
2014 or 15,
If that. Hold on. Let me see. I might have the
maybe
box.
earlier. That was many eons ago, sir.
In this wonderful box is all of my badges.
You're gonna see if you can find it there.
Why not? Here, anyone need a lanyard?
I have a bag full of my lanyards, somewhere hidden up in my. Actually, I think I actually know where that bag is.
2016. Yep,
Ah,
2016.
see, I was close.
I do have the 2015 one too.
Because we went together as either the 2015 or 2016. It was that one. That's the one we went together. I remember that badge.
This one?
The golden one.
Yeah, the golden one. Yeah. And then I've got all the Momocons and all that stuff. I've got all my badges.
Speaking of, did you know that there was a Momicon
Winter Fest.
Winter Fest?
Yeah, they do it every year.
I didn't even know. I didn't know what's happening. One of my friends went, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I went there." I was like, "Huh? What?"
Here's one of the. This is the only time I went to Atlanta. AWA Atlanta Anime Week in Atlanta, 2009. So I've got badges from 2009 on, and then of course there's been a break for the past 2 years, and I am praying that that MomoCon 2022 actually happens. I have finally convinced certain individuals who, for some reason, do not understand that every single what's in May? Memorial Day?
Yeah, it's
Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day is May, yes.
Every single Memorial Day weekend, I cannot take a vacation. They know this. I've said this every single year, and yet every single year they'd be like, "Hey, you want to go on vacation on Memorial Day weekend?" Finally, We are not going to do Memorial Day weekend. So please, everybody, put on your fucking masks. Get your vaccinations. Get your boosters. Do whatever is needed so we can have MomoCon 2022. Ultra Confusion is begging you.
It'll be interesting to see because now, obviously, you have Omicron taking over the world.
Yep.
Because it kind of seemed like we're turning a little bit of a corner there in terms of mass, everyone being sick basically from it.
Nope,
Whereas
it's just the kids now.
What's that?
It's just the kids now.
Well, like I know some cities, like New York City, it seemed like the entire city had it. So, but also a densely populated area, and it makes sense because you're at a school and everyone's together, all close by. Easy to get it.
Yeah. No, look, I understand everybody wants shit to go back to normal. Believe me, I'm right there with you.
They all do. Yes.
But it's like, here's the thing. In order to drive a car legally, you need a license, you need a car, you need a car that works, okay? So you need working brakes and working taillights and gas and oil and all that stuff. You can't magically go, well, enough time has passed, I'm sure I'll be fine. You can't do it.
Kind of where we're at.
And that, unfortunately, is where we continue to be at.
Well, actually, I feel like with vehicles, you should have to go through the full test every 5 years.
Agreed. There are certain individuals out there who may not need to be on the thing. And yes, absolutely. The Flintstones car definitely falls underneath that category because you need the calf and thigh strength, okay? If you do not train well, you are going to find that you're not going to be able to move that car, especially if you go to that drive-in that give you the huge brontosaurus ribs and the car topples, you will not be able to ride it. So booyah. Ha 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 ha. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. All right, I'm gonna put the link in all of the different chats just in case anyone out there who's not on Twitch wants to check out that the Apple video I was talking about. Equal opportunity, folks. I want to make sure that everybody gets a little love, a little attention. So where is YouTube? Oh, gotta love the fact that YouTube's chat decided to go below where the bottom of my window was. There we go. Okay, there we go. So Zelius, as the year has closed, is there anything that has caught your attention, be it a video game or a movie or perhaps a book?
Not particularly. I'm still playing the heck out of Final Fantasy 14.
Have they reopened up the
Nope.
what was it? They shut down sales?
Yep.
So they still shut down the sales.
As far as I know, yes. I mean, I already had a subscription when everything got shut down, and I'd purchased the base game already. So I was like,
you had the
good.
inside lane.
What's that?
You had the inside lane.
Indeed, I was ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
No, at this point, just trying to make it to 2022 alive, one might say.
It would be nice for everyone to be able to get through to the new year, I would say.
Very exciting indeed, is it not?
It at this point, yes, it would be very exciting for everyone to make it to the next year. Unfortunately, I wish that was like a joke, but it ain't a joke. Oh, there, okay. So I've been reading a series, and I've been going through it like crazy. And I want to do a shout out here for this author. First of all, if you haven't read, there is an author out there by the name of Martha Wells. Unfortunately, all of her books you have to pay for. It's called The Murderbot Diaries. It's actually really, really good. But that's not actually the series that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to navigate Amazon on the side.
See, my problem with reading is like when I'm playing it, when I'm really into a video game, I either become obsessed with that game and I'm playing that like in all my free time,
yeah,
or I read it on my free time. I'm not really good at divvying up like, I'm going to do half of the video game and half of the book. It's either like one or the other when it comes to my escapism of this COVID world. Is kind of how I roll.
So I basically what I've been doing is if I'm at my computer, I'm playing a fucking game. But when I'm trying to go to sleep, and this is the beauty of the Kindle, I just read until I basically pass the fuck out.
Yeah, see, I go to sleep and I just go to sleep.
I can't immediately fall asleep because of my wonderful dogs, who are Arlo, the second
yes.
one, was actually sitting next to me just a second ago, but he has a tendency to stretch and move around as he tries to get comfortable. So I know I'm not immediately going to fall asleep. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just read until he gets comfortable, and then I'll read until I fall asleep, and then yeah.
See, I have a bad habit though, where instead of reading, like I'll set my phone and stupid social media for like.
Don't do that.
Until like,
my phone. As soon as I go in the room, there's only one reason why my phone. I'm on my phone, and that is to change the channel on the TV because I'm streaming something.
That's fair.
Speaking of which, Gunny Chief, I listen to Audible when I go to bed. Dude, if I listened to Audible when I went to bed, I don't think I'd ever go to sleep. Which is kind of funny because Audible was in a weird, a roundabout way, was how I found out that I had hypersomnia. Because I was huge into, man, I was like fucking hooked on Audible when I had to go to work. And I was, listening to books like crazy, going through all my credits. And there's a bunch of amazing books. Unfortunately, I ran into a couple books where I was like, I really want to hear this, or I really want to read it, but I don't have time. So I'll put it, I'll do the Audible. And oh my God, the voice acting sucks so bad. I was like, I can't do this. I can't.
It just takes you right out of it. It's bad voice acting.
Well, I think that if it was a series that I hadn't read before, that where I hadn't like kind of mentally created the kind of character I thought this person was going to be, then I think I'd be okay. Gunny Chief, truck driver, podcast, and Audible are perfect for me. Well, then Alter Confusion podcast on Apple and Podbean and all the other platforms, you probably get to listen to a lot of us. Damn it, I cannot find this stupid thing. The series that I've been reading. It's called I think it's called The Void Wraiths. Let me see. Yeah, the Void Wraith Saga. So that would be Chris Fox. It's actually really good. And I somehow, thank you, Gunny Chief. I somehow read the prequel to it, which is called Dryker's Folly. And I think there's 3 or 4 books to Dryker's Folly. It's really, really good. Really, really good. Closest that Zelius has come to listen to podcasts in traffic is newscientist.com/podcast. Seeing as, in the amount of times since I bought my car, which was, I think, as a New Year's sale, I have gone. You know how when you get oil, they give you that sticker that says, "Hey, in the next 6 months," or when you hit this mileage.
Oh yeah,
I have not hit that mileage in a year because I don't go anywhere.
Yeah, because of COVID. Yeah.
Where do I go? I go down the street to pick up my kids. I go down the street to go grocery shopping, to get gas, down the street to go to Home Depot, down the street to go see my mom, a little bit further down the street to go see my sister. I mean, I ain't going far.
When I was in Minnesota, I put in 8 years, 30,000 miles in my car. Because same thing, my drive to and from work was less than 4 miles.
Yeah.
And the grocery store was on the way. And so it was a city of 25,000 people. So there just wasn't, you weren't going far to get anywhere. Is what it came down to.
To be honest with you, I think the most mileage I've put on my car has been one weekend where I left Atlanta. That's it.
Yeah.
I think that by itself has equaled more mileage than I've done while in Atlanta.
Driving to my parents' place, because they're south of the city, they'll put some mileage on the car.
But actually, you know what? I feel like we have another fan / listener of the show who's a truck driver. I think that our buddy from it was Vitamin Nerd or Vitamin Geek, but he now does the what's the other podcast that he does? It's a horror podcast.
Oh yeah, I know he's a truck driver. I thought he was an electrical, worked like at a power plant or something.
No. I think he's a truck driver. What is the name? Spooky Dudes podcast. Which, by the way, highly recommend you check out Spooky Dudes podcast. Vitamin Geek. I know that he's no longer actually actively part of it, but Craig Campbell helped establish the Nerdburger podcast. Craig, of course, has put all of his focus on his amazing creations that he keeps populating. Although I would be very, you know what, in this new year, I'm going to find a way to get Craig to sit down and talk about his transition, because now he's running into an interesting issue. And that is that he's now kind of like this middle-size producer of content. He's not uber large, but he's also smaller. Really, the Vitamin Geek podcast was June 10th, 2019. I guess, well, a lot of people went different ways. There was Eric who's now like an amazing photographer for different companies, so that really doesn't surprise me. But with Craig, he's kind of outgrown Kickstarter in terms of, you know, distribution and stuff if he wants to take the next step, but he's not big enough to be like, you know, like I'm trying to think of
Not big enough to be Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm not going to say that. Oh, yay. Here comes the random YouTube crap again. Man, I don't know what it is, but they love to send random ass links into the YouTube chat.
Garbed resin.
Thank you. You just created your account 2 days ago, and you just dumped garbage in there. So let me go find it for you, and I will time you out. Because that's what a thoughtful person does. Dun, dun, dun. So, as this is the end of the year for us, and we will be, you know, of course, our next one will be, whatchamacallit? Our next show will be in the new year. I do want to say that we are definitely, or at least I am definitely trying to... I'm going to try to mess around with some Ultra Confused stuff. I know that I have been very lackluster. I've been sporadic, and I apologize for that. I know that last week's show has still yet to show up. It is uploaded onto YouTube and to Podbean, but it has been published simply because I haven't been near my computer because of family stuff. There's a bunch of stuff I want to do with Ultra Confusion. There's an additional writer there's an additional person who is basically voiced interest in writing for us. I've also want to get back to, you know, actually writing stuff, because literally our new website is literally our the playthroughs, reviews, and our previous shows. So let's see what we could do in 2022. I need to write I've got 2 reviews I need to write. What's new with that?
For what games?
Huh?
What games?
First of all, there's a game called Inscription, which I highly recommend that you check out. It is more than it seems when you first look at it. It is a collectible card game. SNES Mapper, currently playing Game Deck and enjoying it. Love the game. Did I actually write the review for that yet? I think I did. See, this is what Holiday Brain does to me. I can't remember what I've done and what I haven't done.
Is that really your Holiday Brain, or is it just the Charlie Brain? Just say.
I did write a review for Game Deck. I loved Game Deck. I felt like they could have done so much more with it, or you know, they could expand upon it. But it was a great game. Basically, in Game Deck, you are a detective who utilizes the virtual world to basically run investigations. And there's some, you know, of course, there's some sinister shit that's happening behind the scenes, as always. But I loved the game. I put in some serious hours. Sweet. Thank you, SNES Mapper. See? It pays to write my reviews and post them.
Nice.
But seriously, thank you. Yeah, that's something I'm trying. I'm going to try. Like I said, I'm going to try to get my shit together. I am a very scatterbrained individual. I require multitudes of medicine. I am my own walking pharmacy for many, many issues. So hopefully I can get my shit together and actually give you the Ultra Confusion that of old. Unfortunately, Zelius, no, that does not mean that we are going to start reintroducing the webcomic anytime soon, but hopefully we can add some of the other stuff.
I'm telling you, the comic is what we're meant. We could like start each week's episode with review of the comic.
Oh Lord! First of all, I was very close. Speaking of the webcomic, because I know that there are people out there who really want to see some kind of collection of them in a published format. We want new comics in 2022. Seeing that I haven't drawn any comics since 2013, that would be interesting. It's almost been 9 years, which is kind of scary. But
interesting is what would make it so good, sir.
Okay, SNES Mapper bought Inscription a few days on Steam sale. Okay, those last two words, very dangerous to myself and Zelius. Steam sale, and I'm sure it's very dangerous to a lot of people. When you hear Steam sale, like, oh, just check out this. Oh, look, this is just, okay, but that one, and then this one, and that one. Next thing you know, you got eight or more games. Half of them, of course, you'll never play because they were a bundled deal, and hopefully you play them.
You know what's actually made me less inclined to get these Steam sales?
What's that?
Is with the PlayStation is between PS Now and PS Go and all the free games to get through both of those services.
Yep.
It's like now I have this edition. I have my aforementioned Steam backlog, the Steam sale, and now I have my new PlayStation backlog. So it's like between both of those, I'm like, yeah, no, I feel pretty comfortable actually ignoring my Steam backlog because I'm not just a PC player currently.
Well, I currently have 64 games on my wish list, which is way too many. And some of them have gone on sale, and I've seen like, oh, they're on sale, but I'm like, kind of in the middle of something here. But yeah, like I said, I played Inscription. I still need to write a review. I've written all the bullet points that I want to do for the actual review, and then I've been playing the shit out of a game called Griffland, which is. I'm just going on a collectible card game kick. I don't know what's going on, but that's what's happening. Griffland is interesting though because it's two different types of card. Well, it's the mechanics are kind of similar, but it's two different battle types. You've got your attack and you've got your negotiation. So there's two different types of combat that you can participate in. And as you use your cards, they gain. The more you use your cards, the more experience they gain, and they have a specific ceiling for their experience. And once you've reached that, then you can upgrade the card, creating a stronger card that you can utilize further. Of course, unfortunately, it does not upgrade twice. It only upgrades once, but still, really good game. You start with one character that you could do their storyline, and then as you go through, you can open up additional characters. It's kind of because I played the shit ton out of FTL, I will tell you that it is sort of like FTL-ish in the simple fact that you have to play the new character to unlock an additional new character. You can't just keep going to, yes. And I will try, SNES Mapper, I will try my best to give you as many reviews and suggestions as possible. There is another game that is sitting in the wing. Actually, there's a couple. If you want to be part of the Ultra Confusion Patreon family, I'm just going to shoot this out real quick for everyone. But we do have a Patreon. Thank you, SNES. You have a good one. If you want to join Ultra Confusion, we do have a Patreon. Patreon is basically allows us to do what we do best. With the love and support of fans like you. And that's why we have a Patreon page. Patreon lets you, the fans, supporters, lovers, haters, demigods, aliens, alternate dimensional beings, undead, and more to become active participants in the work we love through a monthly membership. What this will give you is exclusive access access to content, community, and insight into our creative process. We currently have 2 levels. We have a $1 level, which of course is $12 a year, $1 a month, or a $5 level, which is $5 a month or $60 a year. The $1 a month will give you access to, or early access to, all of the playthroughs, the special playthroughs, and of course, patron-only posts. If you do the $5 tier, you will not only gain access to that, but you will also be added into our thank you section for every single Thursday night hangout. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to thank some of the amazing people that help Alter Confusion keep the lights on, literally. And the first one, of course, has to be the Indie Cluster. The Indie Cluster, excuse me, is an organization of independent game developers that want to gain exposure by being involved in the community. They collectively journey to popular conferences as a traveling booth to help gain attention for their games. They make partnerships in local communities to bring games to the mainstream mindset. They highlight local, unusual, and rare concepts to challenge the paradigm of the common. They also host events to teach kids and minority groups about game development to hopefully one day enter the industry themselves. If you'd like more information, go to indiecluster.com. That's INDIECLUSTER.com. Now, of course, the next friend of the show that we have to do a humongous shout out to, and he has been working his ass off with a bunch of conventions this year and being safe. I want to highly point out that he's being super safe when he does this. And that, of course, is Noodle Boy Media. Founded in 2015 by Andrew Tran, Noodle Boy Media, previously White Kid 47 Media, is your choice for professional photo shoots and panel recordings at conventions. They pride themselves in providing a high level of professionalism, top-notch experiences, and quality services. If you want more information and to view their full list of services, check out facebook.com/noodleboymedia. And of course, the final shout out we have to give is to the one and only amazing Dr. Ryan, who is Hero Chiropractic. Hero Chiropractic is a unique healthcare practice set up by Ryan Moore, the company's focus to elevate a patient's experience of freedom, creative expression, and joy. They believe that everyone can be a hero and has incredible heroic potential inside themselves, waiting to be unleashed. Hero Chiropractic focuses on mobile chiropractic care in the greater Atlanta area. They are committed to healing clients by creating a plan of action uniquely suited for each person. They make that plan of action as convenient and affordable as possible, and most importantly, suited to your individual needs. If you want more information and you are in the greater Atlanta area, go to herochiropractic.com. That's HeroChiropractic.com. God, I hope I spelled that right. It was very long. HeroChiropractic.com. Now, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we did participate in Extra Life. The big 24-hour game-a-thon was back in November, but there is still a day left to donate to our Extra Life. So if you have the ability to help the children, for the kids, because we did what we did best, we gamed to help raise money for sick and injured children at our chosen Children's Miracle Network Hospital, which, of course, for us is Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. All the money that we raised goes to Children's Healthcare Atlanta Children's Healthcare of Atlanta as unrestricted funds. Basically, the hospital decides where and how to spend the money to ensure the dollars we raise make the biggest impact in the lives of the kids they treat. So if you have the capacity to donate, please go to extra-life.org and search for Alter Confusion. Now, I know that this is basically at the end of the year, and just to waylay any concern, yes, Alter Confusion will yet again do another Extra Life in 2022.
What?
Woo! Now, I do want to give a quick shout out to those who have been sending stuff to my P.O. Box, and the fact that I have been showing up to my P.O. Box, which is a huge, benefit to everyone included. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not want to, if you do not have the capacity to financially support Alter Confusion through a monthly membership, or you can't do it through like a one-time donation through our PayPal, but you want to send something to Alter Confusion and maybe show off one of your pet projects or one of your passion projects, all you got to do is mail it to 1551 Dunwoody. That's DUNWOODY Village Parkway. Number, and this is super duper important, 882 88276. Without this 88276, it will not get to us. It will go to the post office proper and will be returned to you within 3 to 5 business days. However, let's be honest, the USPS, it's probably going to be 2 weeks. But I
You never
digress.
know.
The city, of course, is Dunwoody, Dunwody, Georgia 30338. And yes, I have been to my P.O. Box quite often because of Christmas, and for some reason, Amazon decided that half of my presents defaulted to my P.O. Box instead of my home address because I was trying to hide what I was buying from certain individuals who are tied to my Amazon account. And so it was a 50-50 shot if it was going to my P.O. Box or to the house.
Nice.
Yes.
So you got me distracted.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
about Steam sales.
Mhm.
So one game I saw that actually I thought I had, but I don't, is Civilization 6.
Oh, no.
I know.
Zenius. Have you
But here's the
rectified
thing.
this?
What?
Have you rectified it?
Not yet, because I don't remember my 4-digit code off the top of my head.
Oh, Christ.
But here's what gets me though, right?
Mhm.
So, well, first off, so going on a random tangent here.
Mhm.
So the first game I saw was Tales of Zelaria, whatever it is, from like
Mhm.
2015 or 16, right?
Mhm.
It's still MSRP of $50 for a
Mhm.
game 5 years ago, but now it's on sale for 85% off for less than $10.
Oh, buddy.
I know, but like at the
Oh,
same
boy.
time, it's a little bit of like if during the Steam winter sale, it could go for less than that. Like, shouldn't the MSRP be like closer to $30 or $40 by now? Just saying.
No, there's all kinds of curveballs just because if they sucker you in with the they probably are paying those people a little extra on the side to make up the difference, but they know it's a very popular game and they figure, if you grab onto this game, there's a good chance that you will here's the trick. All right, you get a not completely brand new game, but a recent game, and you highly discount it. And people play that and they go, holy shit, this is amazing. And then consumer analytics, which state that if they find it amazing, they're more likely to check out more of the developer or publisher's library and therefore make up the cost from there. Because I'm going to be
Right.
honest, after playing certain games, I'm like, oh man, I need to play more of this type of game from these guys.
Well, so now you got Civ 6, right? And remember the good old days of like Civ 2 or Civ 3 where you get like DLCs, and usually they're from like one of the mod foundries.
Mhm.
So you got like third parties now, right?
Mhm.
So I'm looking at the Civ webpage, and it's like, okay, 85% off for the game, whatever. But then they have the bundle packs. where
Yeah,
it's
buddy.
like, they have Anthology Pack and the Platinum Edition. And it's like the base price for the Anthology Edition without any discount is $300.
Mhm.
It's like,
But you can get look at all that stuff you can get.
I know, it's just crazy. Like, it literally blows my mind.
That's
Like,
the
all
killer.
these DLCs and shit now, where it's like you just can't get the game. You have to like now it's been released, but now to get the full experience after the release of what's already a great game. Now you got to make it the greatest game and get these 1,800 different DLCs, which they're only 99 cents each, but the total's up to like $8,000.
Of course, but look at all the extra stuff you're getting.
Shouldn't it just be part of the base game?
No.
Damn it.
No.
Yes.
The developers need to eat, damn it.
I'm pretty sure the developers are eating. It's the 4 money counters who actually own the developers. They need the extra yacht, is what it is.
Look, I do want to point out something, and we're not being sponsored by either of these, but I highly recommend that if you do not own Slay the Spire, it's now 60% off. But the
Ooh.
big one is Darkest Dungeons, which is a bitch of a game. It is currently 85% off on Steam, which instead of the $25, it is now $3.74.
Jeez.
And I'm not going
What
to go
about
any
the
further because I know my
ancestral
wallet is going to get a lot lighter, a lot faster if I look any further into these sales.
But what is the Darkest Dungeon Ancestral Edition where it comes with, what does it come with? It comes with the the soundtrack, The Crimson Court, The Shieldbreaker, The Color of Madness, and Butcher's Circus.
For $11.52.
What do these DLCs actually do?
They add additional quests to the game.
Mm.
It's a dangerous place. I will fully admit. Crap. There's another game that we actually we interviewed one of the guys behind it, Everspace. There is Everspace 2 is already out, but Everspace 1 is currently 85% off. Regular price is $30, and currently you can get it for $4.50 on Steam.
Ooh.
Jesus, I really got to stop looking at this shit.
Everspace looks cool.
It's good. It's good. Once you kind of like understand the piloting, to me it took a little bit of time, but once I figured it out, I was like, oh yeah, I'm all in. Also, I love supporting the independent developers, and anybody who I interview, I'm going to give it a spin. Speaking of which, someone asked me a question the other day. You interview you've interviewed quite a wide range of individuals. You've done tabletop gamers, you've done card game creators, authors, and video game creators. How many out of all those reviews, how many of the products that you interviewed them for have you actually tried? And I honestly cannot give you a full number. I will say that the vast majority of the individuals that are video game related, I have taken for a spin. Either they've given me a copy of their game, or I have bought a copy of the game. When it comes to that I did not truly read his stuff, and then for tabletop board games and card games, I would say that I'm about 80%. I own. Well, I may not have played them, but I own almost every single. Actually, you know what? I might actually own every single tabletop and card game that I've interviewed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I own it. I may not have actually played them, but I own them. So look. Not only am I trying to interview these amazing individuals who are pouring their blood, sweat, and tears into a project, but I'm also financially supporting or basically giving my financial support to them by buying their products. Which reminds me, I need to look up to see how where Cell Block Studio and I cannot remember the name of their company, but it's Legend Draxia. They were going to make a Legend Draxia is a really good card game, and Cell Block Studio is, of course, it's James Simpson, the man behind Snarf Quest Adventures. So I need to see exactly where they're at. I want to say, what the hell is the name of that? I could see it in my head. I could see the logo, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
I do not want to see inside that head to see what you're seeing. That's a scary
No one ever wants to see inside my head. Mythica Games. Jimmy Sanders.
There we go. I have 75 games on my Steam wish list. How many did you have?
I have, as of this current moment in time, I have 64.
Nice. Most of which, I'll be honest, I'll never play.
There's a couple on there I'm like, okay.
There's some where I'm like, did I add that game? I don't remember that.
I was like, that must have been something that everyone was screaming about for half a second and then forgot about. Not gonna lie, that does tend to happen.
Something happened. Like, for instance, like Nier Automata. I played and beat that on the PS5. So I'm like, I'm not gonna also get it for the PC.
And I'm with Zelius. The vast majority of the time, if I have something like on a wish list on one system and maybe there's a slight discount on another system, or maybe I was just, feeling frisky and I was on a specific system, so I bought it, I'm not going to buy the second copy unless it was from Supergiant Games.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I own 2 copies of Hades. I own 1 copy of Pyre. I own 3 copies of Bastion and 3 copies of Transistor. And of course, I
Charlie
own the
Woodhouse.
soundtrack for everything but Pyre. No, do I own the Pyre one? I might own every single soundtrack for a Supergiant game. I love that company. I love the music. They have not done me wrong. Speaking of companies that I was really I'm really in love with, there is a company that, of course, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but they are the ones behind. Of course, now I'm blanking out. Hand of Gilgamesh was one of their games. Hold on, let me check. Hand of Gilgamesh. Steam World. They had a game that they recently. So the company behind it is a company called Image and Form Games. They came out with a new game, but they must have done like an exclusive with I think Epic Game Store. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, but I'm not purchasing through the Epic Game Store.
Yeah, a lot of people use it for like the free games because they do have some pretty crazy free promotions for games you can get throughout, especially right now. But then people are like, yeah, I just have it there, but I don't actually use it to get anything. I just have it because they're free. So why not?
The name of the game, Image and Form Games, the game that is exclusively. Wow, it's not even on their website. That's weird. Is it that bad? That is really
How
bizarre.
bad is it?
It's called Gunk. But if you go to the Image and Form Games, you click on games, Gunk is not listed. That's not a good sign, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'll definitely check it out because I like the SteamWorld series, but let's see, it's available on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC via Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Game Store. Oh, it's not Epic. It's the Microsoft Store.
I got one game ever off the Microsoft Store. It was what's that game called? Shoot, now I'm having a total brain fart. It was a action RPG game. Oh my gosh, this is really bothering me. It was a decent game.
You're gonna have to do more than that, Zelius. Do you know how many decent games I play?
I know. That did not help at all. I totally get that. I'm trying to look at my recently played. There we go. Fantasy Star Online 2.
Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So.
To be totally honest with you, the only game I've gotten through the Microsoft Store is a free game, and I've never played it. My son has, and that's Roblox.
Ah, yes. Now, I just got it because at the time, PSO2 was only available on the Microsoft Store, and it was basically the Western release at the time. So, like, I must try it immediately.
And for those out there who since we didn't publish last week's episode fast enough, there is another Western release that Zelius is super duper excited about, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
Oh my gosh, I just saw that on my queue too. And now you're making me think about it. And I saw that when I was looking at my queue. I'm like, I'm excited about this.
I had the note here somewhere, but now, of course,
Lost Ark.
What?
Lost Ark.
Lost Ark, that's right.
February 11th, 2022. Yes.
There you go.
Basically, I'll be playing Final Fantasy 14 and Outriders until February 11th, and then I will be diving into Lost Ark.
I will be playing Griftland, and then at some point, I will finally dive into Ruined King, a League of Legends story, which was one of those games that silently dropped the day that the series on Netflix dropped, Arcane.
So do you still play Legends of Runeterra at all?
I have not, and it's not that it's not that I don't like Legends of Runeterra. It's just my focus has been elsewhere, and They've been adding so many freaking cards that it's one of those processes where I'm going to have to get back into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got it on my phone. I've got it on my PC, so I can easily jump back into it. And
Is it on the Switch?
I don't know.
It seems like it'd be a perfect game for the Switch.
Let me see where Les Ruter are. Let us find out. Currently, it is Android, Microsoft Windows, and iOS.
Lame.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that it's the type of card game that is turn-based, so I wouldn't, it would not surprise me if it were to appear on a, on a console. It would be at home on a console. I mean, I don't think anyone would be like, "Oh my God, this does not fit." Kind of like you wouldn't get the same result as the original Diablo on the PlayStation. Was it PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 that the original Diablo got ported to?
I would think that'd be PS1 for that age, would be my assumption. Just think about the top of my head. I know it's a terrible port.
Yeah. Let's see here. Diablo. Here we go. It was on the PlayStation in 1998.
Yeah, just think about the time. That would make sense.
You know what I find funny, though? Is that it was on the PlayStation before it was on Mac OS.
Well, at the time, there was like no games made for Mac OS back in the day.
Exactly.
Or,
Look
yeah.
how powerful the Mac is. But yeah, you can't play any games on it. Shut up, man.
Well, now it's even more crazy because now you have the non-Intel processor for the Apple with the new Silicon Macs, which is further complicating video game development for Apple products.
I mean, it's basically the same as I'm sure you're jumping through similar hoops as if you were to try to release your Steam game onto Linux.
Not really, because at least Linux is still Intel based. Whereas when you get to
Are you sure?
I mean, most
exactly
the official Linux distributions are going to be for an Intel processor, yes.
There you go.
Or AMD. Yes, they're going to be for x86 processor for basically any supported Linux game. Versus the new Apple architecture is based basically off the ARM architecture, which no games are made for.
I don't want to talk about ARM.
That's what the Apple's based off of.
No, I'm very aware. When I was in school, ladies and gentlemen, back in the dark ages, I had to learn MIM, which is ARM assembly language.
Hey, you can go back and become an Apple developer now.
Fuck no. Sorry. Pardon my language, but no. Nope. Not going to happen. No, thank you. And carry on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am saddened to say that I believe we've reached the end of our show, which, of course, will then be our show. And Chip, of course, pops in just as the show's about to end. Way to go, Chip. But the end of the year is nigh. I mean, technically, it is not today, but it will be tomorrow.
It's very close.
It's very close. Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to thank you for all of you who have been following Ultra Confusion. One more hour. That's probably not going to work, Chip. There's a certain individual who has a certain overlord who requires sustenance and attention.
Yes. It is very overbearing.
Yes.
The with kids know how it is. Mine never sleeps, though.
As well, while you're there.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to thank everyone for tuning in to absolutely Rose. Duh. I do want to thank everyone for tuning in to all the Ultra Confusions throughout the year 2021. Hopefully, 2022 we can regain some more normalcy, maybe attend some conventions, give you some additional content. But until then, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. From myself, Charlie, and Zelius, it's been a pleasure giving you everything from our heads, our mouths, and of course, our hearts. We'll be back in 2022 for another Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
Remember, kids, keep on gaming in the new year.
Amen to that, brother. Chip, I totally agree. My voice is amazing. Zelius just does not, tend to enjoy it as much as everyone else, which I don't understand. I mean, it's beautiful. Also,
Oh, thanks.
no, you're not beautiful. I'm saying my voice is beautiful. Dang it. I do want to
I
also.
think both myself and my voice are beautiful.
Fine, whatever. I do want to point out to those who have followed All Too Confused for a long time. You may notice that I am acting slightly different the last month, and that's because I have, for better or for worse, gone cold turkey on certain things.
More Funko Pops?
No, I'm off most of my meds.
Are you supplementing with more Mountain Dew?
No,
No?
it's not those meds. My hypersomnia stuff I'm still on,
So you can still sleep somewhat?
and my omeprazole I'm still on. No, I could sleep fine if I'm not on my hypersomnia meds. I'll sleep all day, and I haven't really taken any of it during the break, which has caused a little bit of friction. But that's besides the point.
That's what breaks are for, man.
Yep. One of the beautiful things that you have to understand is when you're taking medicine that's basically pure adrenaline, taking a break is good because then your tolerance does not build up as fast. But for those suckers out there like myself who do have something that's called acid reflux, thanks, Dan, which is hereditary, you need to take one of these bad boys every day or your evening's going to suck.
I forget to take my normal daily pills, so I'd be really bad if I actually had that.
Dude, you would wake up in the middle of the night going, "Fuck! I gotta go take it," and then you still wouldn't be able to sleep. You'd have to sleep with 5 pillows underneath you, and you'd have to basically sleep in a almost sitting up way. Otherwise, the acid will burn you the fuck out.
Yeah, I prefer acid not to burn as it comes out.
It hurts like a motherfucker, let me tell you.
I believe you. Especially if it comes out the wrong end.
I don't know what... that's just eating spicy food, dude. I don't do that.
Maybe that's your solution.
Spicy food, so it can go out both sides. No, thank you.
Then you forget about the other side.
I don't think that's how it works, Zelius.
I think there's only one way to find out, sir.
I am not going to test that theory.
Oh, come on. It's the new year to live on the edge.
Negative, sir.
Well,
That's not how I roll. Ever. So hopefully I will post this stuff in the very near future. I believe I am actually back to work on this coming Monday. So you should
watch out, man. There could be snow. Have you seen the weather report?
Yeah, I work virtually.
There's a wintry mix. You might lose power in a wintry mix, sir.
No, I will tell you what though. Last night, whatever storm was coming through.
Oh man, that was nuts.
Man, my wife and I were like, "Oh crap, where are the flashlights just in case the kids wake up and the power's off so they don't freak out?"
No, I actually turned off my PS5 and computer last night.
I would too.
I mean, it was just that constant rumble throughout the entire night.
Yeah. And then there was one hell of a rumble today that shook the house for 10 seconds. I'm like, God darn.
Which I'm sure the kids absolutely love.
Well, we were watching a show and it didn't interrupt the show. So, speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you know that I love you all. I've gone over my Xfinity data limit today, and so I'm getting charged for doing this.
How did you go over your limit? Good Lord.
Good question. I don't know. I've got a family of 4 who's been on vacation for half the month, so they've been streaming shit constantly.
It's a good thing we got data caps, so you share the limited bits for the internet with the rest of your neighborhood, because otherwise there'd be a shortage.
Right, of course. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Nope, I will be back to work on...
Wait, don't you get one overage a year? Because I get with Xfinity, I actually get one courtesy overage a year.
Oh shit, I am off Monday. Yes!
Nice.
But I'm not. I'll be back on Tuesday, which the kids will be returning to school. So sweet.
Wait, I have to go to work on Monday. That's not fair.
Wait, you have to go to work on New Year's Day?
Monday's not New Year's Day.
Yes, it is.
What? Are you serious?
Yes.
No, it's not. Monday's
January 3rd.
January 3rd.
which according to my university calendar says that I get the day off. So
Nice.
yeah, Chip, do something about that.
Yeah, come on, man. We got
Everybody else is going back on Tuesday.
what's up with that?
DeKalb County is not going back till Tuesday.
Jeez. I tell you, adults these days making us work for our wages, it's just not right, man. I should get a little for free where I could just sit here in my Christmas sweater for the next 11 months, not doing anything useful.
I don't think you're supposed to add that last part on air.
I mean, I would be totally useful. I would just say here, giving internet tips on how to use your laptop better for education purposes at all times.
Attaboy. And you promise not to scream at people when they're like, I can't get to my email.
Have you restarted your computer yet?
How do you restart a computer? I thought it's just on.
I failed at my job then.
My computer won't turn on.
Do you actually have a computer?
Yes. It's sitting right here.
Could you take a picture to make sure it's not your microwave again, sir?
Click.
Last time this happened, you were trying to use your microwave's keypad to text people.
Click. I don't understand. I'm standing in the middle of my driveway. It's just not working.
Why are you standing in the middle of the street, sir?
Because I'm looking at the kids running up and down the street.
Maybe you should ask one of them.
They're asking about where are the wires. I don't understand.
There are no wires, sir. Everything is wireless now, including power, so we all get cancer next year.
Wait, what?
Huh? If you have a wire, just go cut it. It'll make everybody's life simpler.
Cool. Snip. It didn't work.
How are you still talking to me on the phone if you cut the wire? You did not do it right.
No, I'm on my cell phone. I'm saying my
Yeah,
computer
you
doesn't
need to cut
work.
the wire in your cell phone so we're no longer talking.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. You see, you probably have a saw at home, right?
Yup. Buzzsaw.
Yeah, you take a clamp on your phone on both sides to get like your sawhorses. You put them down, you clamp your phone, you take that saw, and you just zip right down the middle, and it'll fix all your problems.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
silence. That was perfect.
Hello? I can't
Nobody
hear you
here.
anymore.
Nope, nobody here.
Hello?
Nope,
I don't think the
talking to a
speaker's
ghost now.
working anymore.
Yep.
Hello?
No problem. You should go to your cell phone carrier. Ask them.
Hello? I did what he asked me to, sweetie, but I don't understand. I can't hear him anymore. Whatever, dude.
Pretty much.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope that everyone has a safe New Year's. If you are going out, please mask up. I hope that you are vaccinated. I pray that you are vaccinated.
And be safe and don't be stupid and drink and drive on top of that.
Yes, let's not compound the issue, shall we? Let's be as good as we can be.
Indeed. I have my booster scheduled for next Thursday.
I already got my booster.
Well, if I'd actually thought ahead, I would have scheduled it for this week, but
I didn't even
Lo and
schedule it. I
behold,
just did the
surprise.
drive up.
what's that?
I said I did the drive up.
I made an appointment.
Well, it's just right down the street from me, so.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. All right, kids. We are going to end the stream. I need to talk to Zelius real quick, but once again, a very early Happy New Year's, and we will see you in 2022.